Okay, so we just had those notes. This demonstration, I found a little video clip of it. I've uploaded that to the site. Just go ahead and click on that link and you can watch that later, or in a second. So if we look real quick, we see 2 moles of gas when it's brown. We have 1 mole of gas when it's colorless. So before we do anything, let's say I add pressure. Turn to your lab partner and tell them what you think will happen. Will the gas turn colorless in the container, or will it turn brown if I increase the pressure? Take about 30 seconds. All right, now let's think about it. What did we decide? If we add pressure, remember from the notes above, if I add pressure, I go to the side with the least number of moles. All right, so if I add pressure, this should become colorless. The demo on the internet will show you that. All right, now if I decrease pressure, obviously it will become brown because I'll shift to the side with the most number of moles, which would be 2. So it will go brown. All right, now let's just look at the homework real quick. I think we can get there fast enough. All right, so here's pressure. Make sure you've turned there. The first thing to do for pressure is check that we have unequal number of moles. All right, so I have 1 and 5, so I have 6 over here. I have 7. That is not an equal number. I have 1 and I have 2. All right, that's the same one from the demo. I have 2 plus 1, so I have 3. 1's right there. I have 2, so that's unequal. Here I have 2 and a 1 plus a 1, so I have 2. So if they are equal, then there's no change. All right, make sure you know that. If there are equal number of moles, there is no change. Okay, so let's work through this example. Here I have 6, here I have 7. If I increase pressure, all right, I go away from the side with the most number of moles. All right, so I go away from 7. I go to 6. All right, 6 is on the reactant side, 7 is on the product. So reactants, I should put towards reactants. That's what the T are. If you throw on a D there, you got my initials. No jokes that my initials are turd. I'm aware of that. It's a long, sad life. Let me just tell you that. Second grade teacher, I kid you not. We made these little ornaments out of foam cups. Why am I telling you this story? You're just going to mock me for the rest of my life. Okay, so we hung these on the tree for Christmas. We decorated them. They were all cool. After Christmas, or well, the day right before we got out, on the bottom of the cup we had to put our initials. So I had TRD because those are my initials. So the teacher, she's taking these off one at a time, and she is just reading the initials, and she's like, she looks at mine, she's like, TR, and then she stops, and she's like, who's the funny one that wrote turd? And of course, I had to raise my hand because those are my initials. She felt really dumb. Now ignore all of the things I just said. If you ever call me turd, I will kill you. Just kidding. I love you, but I will be angry. All right, let's look here. If I decrease the pressure, I shift to the side with the most. There are 2 on the product side, so TP. Try number 24 on your own. All right, now we've covered all 3 types. Let's look at a problem back in our notes that will help us. So go to notes when done.